My next guest is going to be headlining UFC Fight Night on May 22nd against Cody Garbrandt. It's Rob Font back here on the program. Rob, how's it going, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Sorry, I said that intro wrong. I'm sorry. Main event, Rob Font joining me here on the program. How does that feel, man? It's been a long road for you to get to this spot. Now that it's finally here, you're going to be headlining your first UFC card. What does that mean to you?
This is huge, man. This is huge. It's been a long journey, a lot of ups and downs, but we're here. We got a big fight, main event. We're finally broken to the top 5, top 3. So, there's big fights coming here, and then obviously, main events and hopefully pay-per-view soon. But yeah, we're here.
Yeah, like, have you noticed, like, was this something you sort of expected being a headliner, or did you just expect to get I knew you thought you'd get a big fight, but to be a main event, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it definitely was weird. I wasn't thinking main event, and I definitely wasn't thinking Cody. I was either thinking TJ or Aldo. For some reason, I thought he was going down to 25. Obviously, that's not happening. And, you get the Cody, so that makes, it's just as big name, ex-champ, tough fight, exciting fight. I can't complain. And then the bonus is the main event. So it's like, let's do this.
Yeah. Who do you think a 5-round fight favors? I mean, he has the title experience, but you're obviously, you got a gas tank, and obviously you train with a guy who's got a really big gas tank, and Calvin as well. Like, when you saw that it was 5 rounds, what were sort of your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I thought, okay, perfect. That's more opportunity for me to, get him out of there. He's fast, explosive, but I don't think he can carry that the whole 5 rounds. I think I'm going to be a little smarter, make smarter decisions in there. And obviously anything can happen, the more times I can get clipped too. But I feel like that, that more time, the more rounds and me making the right decision is going to be bad for him.
Style-wise, I mean, we know what he wants to do. He wants to take your head off. He's known for his highlight reel finishes. Is there anything else I'm missing style-wise? How do you look at this matchup? It just looks like 2 strikers going toe-to-toe, whoever can knock each other's head off.
Yeah, no, obviously I always plan on, somebody to shoot on me. So I'm expecting, if it gets a little dicey up top, he's going to shoot. He has amazing takedowns. So I'm expecting that. But, I'm also, don't be surprised if I take him down, or at least attempt to take him down. Because, like I said, like it's a mixed martial arts fight. He comes aggressive. If I got to dump him, I got to dump him. But I plan on keeping standing. But, don't be surprised if he starts getting mixed up on the ground as well. He seems like he's really explosive. He can really scramble, obviously, as far as like with all the wrestlers he's training with. So he's going to be moving. I feel like it's going to be a well-rounded mixed martial arts fight that should end in a knockout.
Now, with him as well, he's taken a lot of damage over the last couple of fights, right? I know he won his last one over a Sunset. He got a knockout, but prior to that, he lost to Pedro Munoz. He got knocked out. He got knocked out by TJ Dillashaw. Like, how much do you think that'll play a role in the fight, in the sense that you ever really taken that much damage in your career?
Yeah, that's going to be huge. It's going to be huge on my favor. I think you can't be tough with your brain in your jaw. And I think he tried to be tough in too many fights. Even. You hear stories about him going into these crazy boxing fights and stuff, that. And I seen that. I seen guys like that in the gym where you barely get touched and you're just wobbling, And, I've actually seen, it's funny, I saw that the other day where the guy was boxing and he barely got jabbed and he's sitting there on Career Street. I'm like, that's because you've been sitting there having these gym wars. And so, I definitely think that's in my favor. I think the length's in my favor. I think, again, like you said, him taking that much damage and willing to take that much damage is going to be in my favor. And I think if I annoy him enough with my jab and get him going, he's going to fall right back into that type of guy and then take more damage to deliver damage. So my job is to get in there, get him upset, make him go crazy, make him miss, and then make him pay.
And also, what do you make of him? Like you said, he was supposed to fight for the flyweight title, so he was kind of getting ready to go down. I know that was a year ago, but even just the process of trying to get down a lighter weight class, like, you've never had to do that. You're a pretty big bantamweight. I've seen you in person. I don't know how you make 135. You're a big guy, but like, how much do you think that'll play a role in the fight as well? Just with the fact that you've been a mainstay bantamweight and he was trying to go down a different weight class. Does that mean anything at all, do you think?
I don't think so. I think he's pretty small for the weight class. So I think it would have been an easy cut for him to go to 25. I just think, if anything, it's less of a cut for him, so that could be a bonus for him. But I don't think it'll be a play factor. If anything, he'll be eating a little more than me on fight week. That's about it.
training camp, business as usual, anything different for this one, or are you just keeping it the same because it's obviously worked for you?
Business as usual. We're in the gym, the boxing gym 3 days a week, we're wrestling 3 days a week, strength and conditioning 3 days a week, and then we're bringing in our jiu-jitsu guys in twice a week to kind of finish the little defensive positions and obviously offensive positions on my end too. So business as usual. Tyson just left though. He was in Florida right now. We gave him a break. He's vacationing with his wife.
Wow, Tyson got some time off. I never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah, he got some time off. He's but I know he'll be calling him. He probably FaceTime today to watch the sparring and do his thing. But yeah, everything business as usual. Once he gets back on Monday, it'll be just business as usual. But right now we got the boxing coach holding it down for us, and then my wrestling coach holding it down as well.
How's Calvin Kattar doing? I know we haven't seen much of him since that Holloway fight. I know it was just an absolute war. Is he in the gym with you, or is he taking time off?
He's in and out. So he's kind of like still going through the protocol. I'm sorry, the concussion protocols. He's not concussed, but they're just babying it right now. So they're having him do a lot of little hand-eye coordination things, balance drills, stuff like that, boring, non-contact type stuff. He's been holding pads for me, and but they just went to Florida. His mother, his birthday, so he took her to Florida to hang out. But he'll be back in 2 days. So, but yeah, he's in and out. We're trying to kick him out of the gym because he's getting anxious. He's kind of getting to that point where he wants to start moving around more. Then it's just like we're like a little baby, just trying to baby him right now. Like, listen, just slow down. You had a lot of big fights, busy year, to just take time off and just hang out. But it's hard, because especially coming off a loss, you want to get back. You want to fix everything you thought you messed up, and right now we can't. So it's one of those things that I want him back in the gym, but I know he shouldn't be in the gym. So we're trying to get creative on ways of how to keep him active outside of the gym.
And I imagine, because you got more insight than most, I imagine he's probably looking at like a fall-winter return type thing because there's no rush to get back in there. The division's not going anywhere, right?
Yeah. I definitely looking, fall, winter. I know, he'll get another big name, so there's no rush. There's going to be another big name, big fight, big savage that's going to try to knock him off. So there's no rush to get back in there. Let's recover, lick our wounds. Learn from the mistakes we made in the Holloway fight, and then get right back to it.
But he will be sort of a big part of your camp, right? Like in terms of preparation, because you guys are kind of in sync for him too. He used you a lot for the Holloway fight, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. He'll be there. He'll be coordinating me. So yeah, fight week, all that. He'll still be there. Just like I said, we still got about 8 more weeks, so having him out of camp for the next 2 weeks won't hurt, and then he'll get back in, locked in, and we get back to work and get the job done.
How much confidence did you gain from that last fight against Marlon Moraes? Because I know a lot of people kind of felt like Marlon's going to go out there and do what he does. He's going to take someone's head off, but it was you being the hammer in that fight. How much confidence does that give you going into this fight, just knowing that where your not only your confidence is at, but also your boxing and how that's evolved as well over the years?
Yeah, no, I'm super confident in my skill set. In I'm confident in my work. I know the work I put in. I know what I can do. Like I said, I back, put work in and do things that we worked in. And I can go back and look at the email that Tyson sends out and be like, we did this, and this, and that, and we messed up here, and here. So, I'm super confident in this fight. I really believe in my hands, my boxing, and I really feel like I'm putting it all together. So yeah, man, I really think this is going to be a fun fight. Fireworks. I'm going to try to put my hands on him as soon as possible, get him going, frustrate him in the early first 2 rounds, and just make him draw that wild shit out and then make him pay.
So how is it playing out? You kind of talked a little bit about it there, but how do you envision the fight playing out in terms of the matchup? Yeah,
I think I'll be a longer guy. I want to just simply annoy him with that jab. Annoy him with the jab, up, down. Keep moving in and out, side to side on him, and let him run into it, and then pick and choose my shots from there. But I think it sounds boring, but I think it'll be that jab cross. It's going to be a stiff jab. I'm going to step back. He's going to come forward. I'm going to hit him with the cross and then go from there. But, I'm excited for this one because this is a big fight. He shows a lot of dangerous, obviously highlights, and he has power in both hands, and he's a great wrestler. So these one of those fights that are like, oh, it's kind of scary. Let's just go to work. You know, this is one of those like big Moraes type feeling fights. You know, that at any time this can go south, and you know, those in a weird way, those excitement. I just get like excited for those type of matchups, and yeah, I'm ready for this one. And it's a main event, so I can't fucking complain.
We haven't talked since the whole DQ win by Aljamain Sterling. When you're watching that, what was your initial thought and everything that sort of happened after that, just as a fellow bantamweight?
You know, I was there at first. I was like, shit, man, it's gonna be longer for this division to keep moving on.
Right, yeah.
You know, and then obviously when you sit back and look at it, it was obviously completely messed up on how Peter just let it go like that. And then, you know, I feel bad for the champ, man. He's got all this backlash coming at him right now for the way he handled the fight. You know, he took in pictures and all that, like, and he probably didn't even mean to take the pictures too. And it's just like, but he's getting it from like DC, he's getting it from everybody. So, you know, I kind of feel bad for him, but it's kind of like, man, come on, bro. You kind of like, you know, maybe you should kind of get the belt, kind of stay out of social media, stay out of the interviews, and just sit back, you know, collect that money, count that check, and get ready for that rematch, because, you know, it wasn't going your way. So I think the less you say, the better. But, you know, it is what it is. He felt like he had to, you know, defend himself and all that. So, you know, it is what it is. Definitely, we got to be super clear on the rules. But I think we need to get that fight booked and to get the show flowing. But at first, I was like, oh, man, this is bad because this is going to throw a wrench into the whole division right now.
Well, that was what I was going to ask you. Like, this is a main event. Cody's a former champion. It's going to look good on the resume if you get a win here. But then we've got this rematch. Then we've got this Sandhagen and Dillashaw fight. Like, where are you looking at the implications of this fight? Because I don't even know what's going to end up happening or what they decide to do.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like I'm going to be in that weird spot where I got to, you know, even if I knock out Cody in impressive fashion, I still probably behind Sandhagen to say he wins. Mm-hmm. Cody, TJ wins, that I could see they can get in that type of fight or something like that, or the loser of the championship fight now. So I think I'm still at least one more behind because of how it played out. But I think Corey's a little ahead of me right now. He's fighting backwards. I'm kind of fighting backwards as well. That fight has to go down. So I think at the end of it, say I go out there impressive fashion, put away Corey, and the winner of that TJ Corey Sandhagen fight, you know, they can't fight. I could see myself getting a fight, but I don't see it. I'm saying getting a title shot, but I don't see it happen. I think I got 2 more before I get that title shot.
Before we go here, have you been able to get out golfing at all? Like, what's the deal with the restrictions? Are you able to go out? Like, what's the latest on that?
It's literally been like the last 2 days been the nicest days. So it just started getting better. So we're trying to set something up. I just saw that you have some golf shirts out there. Man.
I do. I'm wearing one right now. Yeah, you'll see it here. I got them custom made, the Lynch on Sports shirts. So
I got to grab you one of those bad boys. And then,
I'll you know what? I'll tell you what. I was actually talking to Tyson. Maybe we'll do a little shirt swap or something because I need a cartel shirt. So we'll talk to Tyson about that. But do you know how many times I've gone golfing this year, Rob? Do you want to be really upset with me right now? Do you know how many times I've gone golfing this year? I've gone 6 times.
Jesus.
Because it just rains here. Like I golfed in the rain on New Year's Day. I went snowboarding and I went golfing in the same week. That's how crazy it is here in British Columbia. So
I got to get out there, man.
When was the last time you played?
It's been a while. It's before shit.
Was it before your fight with Moraes?
No, it was before that too.
Oh,
it was a while. Yeah, it was almost a year probably.
Okay.
It's been a while. Yeah, damn, I got to get back out there.
Are you allowed to golf, like, even like with this big fight? Is Tyson fine with that? Or is he like, hey, man, you better watch out? Not that you can really get that injured, but.
Yeah, no, he's cool. He only time he's worried about golfing is when it's like, it's too hot. Is it real hot outside? Just
stay hydrated.
Yeah, just that's it. But besides that, he's cool with it. Usually we go in the morning, get it done, and then get back to our sessions. But yeah, he just doesn't like football, basketball, all the other shit. But
no, of course, yeah, that's like physical. Golf, it's only physical if you hit someone, right? So you just got to make sure you keep those shots straight. Who's a better golfer, you or Calvin?
Calvin's definitely better, but I'm catching up. I'm catching up. He has a lot more experience. He's been playing since he was younger, but I've been sneaking in lessons on the side. So, but I'm catching up, man. I finally got to the point where I can kind of like talk shit, back and forth with him and his brother and on all the boys. I just can't finish the round. Like I can put 2 or 3 holes together. I just can't finish the whole 18 solid. So, but it's fun because like I can start off fine and finish strong, or vice versa, or how they can start off solid and finish bad at the end, and I kind of catch up, and I only lose by a couple strikes. I mean, couple so
strokes,
it's getting there.
Do you guys go in like a big group, or like how many people go usually when you go out?
Usually we'll have like the most 4 to 6. That's about it. And then obviously they'll have tournaments, and that's when a lot more people will be around. But it's usually me, Calvin's brother, and then my boy Jay and Shane as well. But if not, it's like just me and Calvin getting out there, just killing time before next session.
Does Greg Rebello golf at all?
Hell no, he's a big hockey guy. No,
I was going to say, because he'd probably have that, because I have that problem sometimes too, where I get into that hockey mentality where I want to just hit it as hard as I can, but then that's when your shots go like completely off the wall because it's not going straight. So.
Yeah, it's all finesse, man. It's all. That's why I love it. It's all finesse. It's
well, and it's mental too, because you got to every shot you got to make sure you line it up. Like I just got back into golf this year. Like I've been going. I go to the driving range every week, and then I go golf. I'm going golfing on Thursday again. Yeah. So I'm.
It's a process, man. You get up, you gotta read. You gotta read where you're at. Pick the club, and then obviously you got that routine. You set up, have that solid routine, and then you gotta fill out that same swing. Obviously until you get closer to the green, and then it's from there it's all fill. So it's basic, it's simple. It's you got to be disciplined with it, but it's hard, man. It's so hard. It's fun though, man. It's challenging, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, it gets addicting. Like I'm at that point now where like even this summer I've already booked a couple courses in Whistler. We're gonna go up there do like a golfing weekend, so it's gonna be awesome. But I'll tell you what, not as awesome as this fight, man. May 22nd, UFC Fight Night. Rob, you're in the main event, man. I still can't get over that. That's awesome. Anyone you want to thank? Any sponsors? Any social media? I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, no, I just want to shout out to the cartel. Shout out to Top Game Management. Obviously, thank you for having me on. Shout out to 8 Man Strong, hooking up with some shirts, and man, just tune in. May 22nd, it's gonna be fireworks. I'm excited.